Good rising, brethren. This is Big Judah, coming to you guys in California. Before I begin, give all praise to the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushai. Prayer to the Most High gives us knowledge and understanding of the events of the past in order to understand the events that are currently happening on the earth. So we get a much better understanding of the things that are soon to come on the earth. Here we go, brethren. Here's some more really important information right here. That's going to just expose the wicked even more. Showing you how they name things after themselves or take credit for things that are already named before them. Going into the Black Celts right now. We're going to read a little bit right here from page 154. Okay. The top it says, a fascinating place name found in Wales, Powys, confirms the connection with Phoenicia. I remember Phoenicia, they were talking about Jews. Okay. The place name Libanus and Powys is identical to Lebanon or Libanus, the homeland of the Phoenicians. Direct comparison with Eritreic names. Okay, this is huge right here. The following table illustrates the origin of the ancient river names, which Celtic philologists have been unable to etymologize. Now, see, they can't break down the origins of these words because they have nothing to do with their Indo-European languages. So again, the following table illustrates the origin of the ancient river names with which Celtic philologists have been unable to etymologize. Okay, so you got the river Tamar, location Cornwall, Eritreic origin Africa, Somali Tamir equals date or palm, Arabia Arabic Tamir equals date palm. So like we said, they're not going to be able to, break it down in their own languages because these words did not come from these Indo-Europeans. So you got Yarrow, location Scotland, but the Eritreic origin, Egypt, Yarrow means river, or Ir, right there, it means river in Hebrew. So you got these Hebrew names up here in these different areas up here in the Celtic regions and things like that. And these guys trying to take credit, like they've been there the whole time, but their own names of their rivers are telling on them. River, Ayr, Scotland. Hebrew, Ara, means river. So you got these Hebrew names. You got these Hamitic, names. Usk and Esk, Wales and Scotland. Dogon, West Africa, word Essek. Camel, Cornwall, Arabic, Gamel. Afrique, Scotland. Afrique equals Africa. Lake Afrique and Glen Afrique. Medina, Isle of Wight, second holy city in Arabia. Place, Malig, location, Scotland. Arabic, Malik or king. Kadair, Idris, Wales. Idris, commonly Eritreic name. Port Isaac, Cornwall. Arabic, Isaac. Somali, Isaac. Hebrew, Isaac. Pen and Fall, Wales. Fall, Ball means hill of Ball. And we know we go into the Bible, Ball is mentioned over 100 times, 100 plus times. And that's what the people in the Bible were, especially with the Hamites, that's what their God was, right? Ham, throughout Britain. son of Noah, progenitor of Put, Egypt, Cush, and Canaan. And we know what that means in our dictionaries. It means Ham is the progenitor of the dark races in the Zandavon Bible Dictionary, and it talks about his sons and not the Negroes, not the Shemites, not the chosen people. So we know that, right? Menai Straits, North Wales. Egyptian king Menes, also called Menai. Okay, so you got these different areas with these Egyptian names and referring back to Ham, referring back to Canaan, referring back to Hebrews, all over the place over there. So who's to say that some of the things that have been playing out in the scriptures have not been playing out also in these different areas as well? Not how do we know they're not playing out also in so-called Britain, right? And so-called Ireland, with all these names. Now check this out. We already knew this, but check this part out too. Other similarities between Celtic grammar and Eritreic. The original Celtic or Celtic languages did not have the consonant P and J. Many Eritreic languages do not have, it says do not have the letter J in the vocabulary, since we know the J was only been made up over the last few hundred years. All right, so again, these Eritreic languages do not have the letter J in the vocabulary. Compare the Welsh name for Jesus with the Arabic. Welsh, Jesus, Arabic, Esa, Somali, Isa. Okay? The Eritreans also do not have the consonant P in their vocabulary, except Iraq. Instead, they use the letter B. Okay? This is the case in Somali, where petrol is always referred to as betrol, and pistol becomes bistal rod. The mutation of P to B is quite natural here. In Arabia, the most common mutations are B to V and G to K. Thus, in Palestine, Sheba is spelled Shiva. In Arabia, it is Sheba. And in Ethiopia, it takes the form Saba. So you can check that out on your own as well. So you can see now we got these ancient landmarkers that have been there for a very long time. Then the new booty shows up, wants to start acting like they've been there the whole time, but then their language doesn't even match the names of these landmarks and the lands that they're living in. So now when you get over here to the Americas, and when the Spanish got here, they named all these places after themselves. So now you got all these people who are seeming to think that Spanish has always been here, when it's a very new language. And they made it so that you can't speak anything, your own original languages. Even though there was plenty of places that they were not able to, the Europeans were not able to break the code as far as knowing what was being said on many of these landmarks. But they always loved to act like the people that were here were savages and didn't know how to write or anything, and that they had to, these Europeans had to come over here and bring civilization to these people when they've been here for thousands of years. Now you're understanding more and more about when it talks about in Jeremiah how the Gentiles are going to say that their fathers have inherited lies. They've inherited lies. They hid all this information. And now the Most High is seeing fit to make sure it all gets out. This truth gets out. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushai. Shalom.